Catch up. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so we're good on YouTube now. All right, the chat should be good. So when you guys start tapping in on YouTube, you can start talking in the chat. All right, so here we go, guys. What's up, Raul? How are you guys doing? How is everybody doing? Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me, because I am feeling absolutely amazing. Uh, I am fresh off of the stock market boot camp. What's up, AZ? For first and foremost, let me apologize for my tardiness. I honestly got so caught up in watching the market today that I actually forgot about going live. So first and foremost, let me apologize for that. I am human, right? So I will make these mistakes. That goes without saying. But what I'm going to do moving forward, so I make sure I stay on top of this, is that I'm just simply going to set an alarm for myself an hour before to make sure that I am on track for Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Right? Because I want to make sure that I'm keeping in touch with you guys just to keep you updated on what's happening in regards to market heat, right? Whether that's stock market, whether it's mentorship, whether it's just just anything, because you guys tap in for a reason, right? You guys tap in, whether it's to get information, whether it's just you just like the channel, whatever reasons that keep you guys coming back. I definitely appreciate it. So I want to keep that going, right? So I want to make sure that I'm respecting your time, definitely, of course, and being on time, right? So again, I do apologize for that. But with that said, we are back, right? We are definitely back for sure. And I missed you guys. Really, really missed you guys. Last week I wasn't live because of the boot camp. And man, oh man, when I tell you we cooked on this boot camp last week, y'all. And I'm talking about we were having some emotional connections and just, oh man. I really wish you guys was there. I really, really do. So right now I'm contemplating on doing another one. So only if the demand is there. I really don't want to put this information out there again, going through this whole process of trying to get people to lock in, and it doesn't happen. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really all about the impact for me. So even if one individual locks in, that's all I care about, right? Because I'm telling you, y'all, this if you are playing in this market and you are still misplacing funds, and not only are you still misplacing funds, if you are relying on other individuals to give you signals in order for you to play in this market, then you are positioning yourself long term to not be in this market. And there's no shade or no love or no hate against individuals that do that. I mean, if that's what you do and that's what you like, absolutely do it, right? But what I want everybody to understand, at some point you want to gain market independence, and the reason why is because when you are not relying on other individuals to show you or to tell you how to play in this market, it just makes you feel that much better. I'm telling you, there is a complete mindset shift when you are able to wake up, look at this market, take your gains, and go about your day without having to tap in to other individuals to get that information, right? It is something very special about that moment. And again, let me be clear. This is no shade or no love lost for individuals that do that. I was that individual at one point. So I understand what it means to sit back and wait for somebody to tell me what to do in order for me to make that move. So I understand that part, right? But I'm telling you, it's just so much sweeter when you're able to do it on your own, right? And then when you are doing it on your own, and you still tap in to collect those signals, then you're able to do your own analysis to validate whether or not this is something that is for you. Because you can have 100 people sitting in one setting looking at one chart, and it's almost guaranteed that the majority of those individuals are going to see something different, right? So this is why I stress the, the point of gaining your own market independence, okay? So, that's it. That's why I say that, all right? Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, TJ? I see you on YouTube. I appreciate you tapping in. Definitely appreciate you guys on YouTube, as well as everybody on IG, right? Again, we're fresh off the boot camp. It was last week, Monday through Friday, 2 hours from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I got to tell you, we never ended at 8 p.m. I want to say we almost, actually on Friday, we went over 3 hours, man, because it was such an emotional transition from day one all the way to the final day. And man, oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was really something special, y'all. If you were in the boot camp and you were on IG or you were on YouTube, please let the people know. Let the people know how impactful it was for you. Because I'm telling you, y'all, it was impactful for me. Like, oh man, oh man, man, oh man. Woo! Come on, let me. If you are on here and you were in the boot camp, please share with the people how much insight you received, especially on Thursday when we talked about that time segment. Oh my gosh, man, oh man, that is such a man, oh man, y'all. Listen, and again, this is about the impact. I really want to make that clear because there's a lot of people out there in the market that are constantly banging their heads up against the wall every single day, giving the market their money, right? It needs to be the opposite. The market should be paying you, right? Perfect example. Right now, what you see on the screen, or what everybody should see on the screen, is AMD, right? If you see AMD on the screen, let me know. Let me a thumbs up. Type AMD. Let me know what you see that's on the screen right now, because I want to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. All right. So Lisa tapped in 100% life-changing information. We were all beyond blown away by all the knowledge and information. Still taking it in. There we go, y'all. Lisa said it. Right? Lisa said it. Right? What's up, Cook? Appreciate you tapping in. Right? Lisa said it. It was mind-blowing. Oh, man, oh man. Man, oh man. I'm telling you, y'all. And I'm not going to spend all day talking about this boot camp, but I really want you guys to understand the impact that it had on people's lives, right? You have to. I don't care what aspect of life you are in. If your goal is to level up in whatever it is you're trying to do, you are going to need some type of guidance. Now, I'm not saying that the person has to hold your hand, but you have to at least be going in the right direction. Whether it's for a promotion, whether it's for you starting a company, whether it's for you opening up a bank account, right? When you open up a bank account, you have to go through a process of someone showing you or educating you the technicals about that account, right? So this is what you're going to yield on an annual basis. If you hold your funds in a savings account, this is the process you need to do in regards to setting up your direct deposit. This is your this is going to be your account number. This is going to be your routing number, right? There is a process that you have to go through in order to understand how to maneuver through holding that bank account, at least for it to be successful for you, right? And then at some point, you gain that bank account independence, right? At some point, when you are training for that new position, you are now in that position with all of the knowledge that you needed to take on in order to be effective in that position, right? You have to have that guidance in all walks of life. And that's just the reality of it, right? What's up, Elvis? Appreciate you tapping in, right? So, listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really on this high from the impact that that took place last week, and I really don't know how to come down, and I don't want to come down, because the fact that I can have a conversation with you and the end result is your success. Come on, man. Come on. It's what else is there to do after that? All you can do is just continue to walk with your head up, your chin up, your chest poked out, then feeling super confident, because not only are you positioning that individual for different levels of success, you are also positioning them to change the trajectory of their family. Because they can take the same information and teach it to their kids, right? And then when their kids reach that point where they have kids, they can take that same information and teach it to their kids, and so on and so forth. The stock market has been around for hundreds of years, and it's going to be around for hundreds of more, right? So, listen, man, listen. All right, so enough of that, and so what we're looking at today. So today we are just going to talk about. We're going to talk about it all. So what we talking about in the market today. So as I was saying about AMD, right? Last week I was having a conversation with everybody in the boot camp about where AMD was going, and man, oh man, when we first started talking about it, AMD was at around 143, 144 last week. Look where AMD is at now, right? It tapped out all the way down to almost 135, actually 135.19, and it's right now it's sitting at 136.32. Come on, y'all. We took some lovely gains on AMD this week. I've been at AMD since Thursday, I think it was. Since Thursday, and I got out today. Right? Took some amazing gains. Right? So I'm telling y'all, this is the part you got to understand, right? And not only was I in AMD, I was also in coin, right? I saw coin coming down, right? I think it was about 45%, somewhere between 35 to 45% on coin, right? Now I'm still positioning coin to the downside. Let's look at coin and see where it's at. Whoa, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second here. Man, let me look at this. Hold on a second, because I thought I was beating myself up for not taking gains in one account, and I took gains in another. And I was talking to a really good friend of mine, and I was like, man, I was so focused on taking gains over here that I forgot about taking gains over there. And look where coin is at right now. It is down. Let's pull it up. It is down almost 4%. Oh, I love this game. Let's see. 63%, y'all. 63%. 63% on coin puts, right? 63%, y'all. I really wish there was a way I can show this to you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it in my IG stories, because I want this I want you guys to see this in real time. Right? For the day's gain is up 141%, but total is up 63%. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Right now, I'm going to post this on IG so you can see it. Come on, y'all. Give me a second. I'm trying to set it up. Let me change the color. Make it shimmer. There we go. There we go, y'all. There we go. All right. What's up, Play? What's up? What's up? What's up, The Real? What's up, Sec? Right? So if you want to see it, I just put it on IG in my stories. All right? That's market_heat on IG. Okay? Come on, y'all. Stop playing. Oh, this joint is now at 88%, y'all. Come on, stop playing, y'all. Stop playing. I'm going to post this one too, right? And then that's it. Because right now I am taking gains. I'm officially taking gains. Give me a second, y'all. All right, that's done. What's up, Clinton? Appreciate you tapping in. All right, so that's done. Okay. Now let me put this part on IG so you can see it's no cap. Second. Back to the stories. Go. Give me a second, y'all. Change the color. Make it shimmer. there we go. There we go. All right, so I just put all of it. I just put it all on live, my stories, right? What's up, GS? Appreciate you tapping in. What's up, Deborah? Appreciate you tapping in. Mr. BJM, appreciate you tapping in. All right, so again, this is what we talked about last week, right? And as you saw it just now, I just took gains, right? We talked about this in the boot camp, and I just took gains. And I knew this was coming, not only, but, well, let me reset, because first off, coin is one of my favorite tickers to play. I learned any and everything I needed to learn about coin, and this is why I'm always expressing that you got to find that one ticker that is going to pay you. You're in the three, you're up on, look at that. That's what I'm talking about, TJ. That's what I'm talking about, TJ. 150%. What's up, Uptown? What's up, Alika? Take those gains. That's right. Because you are worth it. You are absolutely worth it. You're worth every single gain you can take out of this market, y'all. And I'm sorry, I can get a little hype because I'm extremely passionate about this, right? As we can see, coin is trying to come back up. So we got out at the right time, right? Look at that, y'all. Come on. Come on, y'all. This is no cap. I'm not here to waste anybody's time. I'm here to express to you all of the opportunities that are sitting in this market, just simply waiting for you to take advantage of it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Right? And I got to keep going back to the boot camp because I explained to every single individual that was tapped in on this boot camp last week exactly how to do what I just did. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Oh man. Listen, y'all. And the potential is there for me to do another boot camp. It's just whether or not the demand is there, right? If you believe I need to do another boot camp, text me the word or DM me the word next. Or you could just simply put it in the chat on YouTube or put it in the chat on IG. Because I'm telling you, y'all, this is the year. This is the market you want to learn how to play in. So that way, when you start playing in those, in the market next year, when it stabilizes, you know exactly what to do. Right? Whew. All right, TJ, I see you. I see you, Lisa. All right. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you. What's up, OGF? Appreciate you tapping in. I'm telling you, y'all. Come on, y'all. Woo! This was beautiful, man. This is beautiful. All right. So if you are now tuning in, right, I just took gains on coin. If you go to my stories, you can see the exact amount or the percentage, because I don't speak in dollars. I only speak in percentages, right? Because what I find is that when you start talking in dollars, that's when fear and greed kicks in. And I'm not here to scare anybody out of position, and I'm not here to talk you into being greedy, right? I am here to express to you the opportunities that are there for you to take gains out of this market. That's simple. Oh, look at that. I could have stayed in, y'all. She's over 4. Look at this, man. Look at this. TJ, if you're still in, let me know where you at right now. Let me know, if you are still in this coin position, let me know what it's telling you right now. Because you said that you were up 150%. Tell me where you at right now, brother. Come on. 171? Jesus. Oh, man, oh, man. Come on, y'all. What's up, runners? What's up, runners? Appreciate you tapping in. Come on, y'all. Yo, we're going to have some fun today. Let's go, y'all. Come on, TJ. Let's go. Come on, y'all. What's up, Kangs? Appreciate you tapping in. Listen, we're going to have some fun today, y'all. We are going to have some fun today. Woo. Come on, y'all. Yeah, man. So, and listen, I appreciate you tapping in silent. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I am live at 11 a.m. And today, I just got so caught up in the market, um, and I just honestly just forgot about. I'm not gonna say I forgot about going live. I really just didn't pay attention to the time, right? Because I knew I had to go live, uh, because I'm committed to doing this, right? But as I mentioned, what I'm going to do to make sure that this doesn't happen again, I'm just going to set an alarm for myself, which is going to trigger an hour prior to going live. Then I'm going to start setting things up. So this way, when 11 o'clock hits, boom, we are live, right? Listen, y'all. Woo! Super hype, super hype, super hype. Let's go, TJ. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oof. Man, oh man. I love this, man. I absolutely love this, man. How could you not? How could you not? Thank you. And listen, I appreciate you for reminding me earlier, Lisa. Oh, I appreciate that. And this is why it's important to make sure you align yourself with individuals who are on the same frequency as you. Because if it wasn't for Lisa, I probably wouldn't be on live right now. And Lisa enjoys these lives. So she was like, yo, Neil, let's go. Right? And I'm so grateful for you, Lisa. I really do appreciate you. Man, oh man. So let's see. Where is coin going today? Woo, man, oh man. Let's see. Well, there's a possibility she's going to 332.60, and that may be the area of rejection, right? So it looks like she may have some more downside to go, right? Let's go a little further, right? Or she may have just simply rejected at that one, at that 335.17, right? But she's starting to come back up again, right? We have resistance right here at 337.97, right? If she breaks above this candle at 336.97, then we're definitely going to see that 337.97. That's for sure, right? But it's just a matter, it's just a matter of whether or not she breaks that. But if she falls below right here, around, go a little bit lower, around 335.70, if she falls below 335.70, it's going to 335.17. If she breaks 335.17, we got the top of support right here at 334.70, right? So now it's just a matter of just being patient and letting those alerts do what they do, right? That's all we got to do, y'all. And let me be clear, y'all. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. We are only discussing the tools, tricks, and tips that I use to take gains out of this market on a day-to-day basis, all right? So please, I don't want nobody saying, oh, well, Neil said this, and this, blah, 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 blah. Nope. I am not a financial advisor, so I am not advising anybody on these lives to do anything, all right? So first and foremost, let me make that part clear, okay? Woo! So, how's what? Look at that. Look at that. What did I say? Where it's going? It just crossed that 336.97. So where is it going? Right here at 337.97. It is on its way back up, y'all. It's on its way. It is on its way back up. Let's go. Let's go. Right? We're about to get that new candle in about 3 minutes. So right now I'm on a 5-minute time frame. And we're gonna see that 390, that what I say, 337.97 is coming. It's coming. You see that price moving, y'all? It's coming. It's just a matter of when. It's coming. right? And from the looks of that setup, it looks like it may start consolidating, right? Let's look at the volume. Average volume is 13.48. Right now, the volume is sitting at 7.84. Right, folks is moving. Folks are moving, right? What's up, G? Appreciate you tapping in. Let's see. These oscillators are exhausted. You exited at the green at a great time. I'm looking at 332 TP, but if I get a green candle on the 15-minute, I'm out. Okay. All right. All right. Listen. Whatever your TP is, you getting it, brother. You getting it. It's just a matter of when, right? This is where patience becomes important, right? But now, let me ask you this question, TJ. I'm talking to TJ because he's on Instagram right now, right? What was your original take profit percentage, right? Because you just told me that you had 171%, right? Was your goal 200? I really want you to think about that, right? Because if you took gains right now, and this is not financial advice, would you be happy, right? Don't put yourself in a mindset where I gotta get this 200%, because you are going to trick yourself out, because that's where greed is gonna come in. Because I'm almost certain you're looking at that dollar amount right now, right? Let me know. Let's be honest, right? You're looking at that dollar amount versus that percentage amount. So what happens is you already set that. All right, I want to see it hit $1,000, and I'm just using that number as a round number, right? I want to see it hit $1,000 before I get out, right? But as you can see, what's happening right now, right? We got that new candle, right? And that new candle is going to push us to 337.97. It is going to, right? Slowly but surely, we are going to start tricking upwards to that position. It's just a matter of when, right? So, and this is why it's important to make sure that you are hitting, you are setting those take profit goals, whether it's, and so now when I say the dollar amount, I mean the amount. So let's say, for example, if my goal was 337.21, right? I'm not talking about the specific like $1,000 that you're gonna make. No, I'm talking about the price point on the specific ticker. Okay, so you got to make sure you are setting those take profit levels, because that's important, right? Because if you don't and you start to watch it run and run and run, that greed is going to set in, and before you know it, you are going to get overconfident, right? And this is not what you want. You don't want to get overconfident, because guess who's watching that? The market makers. They know that you're still holding. They know you're still holding, right? And I'm telling you, the worst thing you want to see happen is that liquidity wick pop up. You're going to be pissed, right? Especially if you have your stop losses set in place, which first and foremost, you need to have those. Now, let's not even get me started on that topic, right? Because you got to protect your gains. You got to protect your capital at all costs, right? Right? Those liquidity wicks will come in and bop, kick you right out. All right, so you got to be careful. All right. All right. So what's going on with coin? We're still moving, right? But I'm telling you, I'm still going to see that 337.97, right? It's just a matter of when. It's just a matter of when, right? Man, how could you not love this game? Like, I am super, super excited right now. Like, I feel like my heart is beating really, really fast. Man, like the rush of this game is so, oh man, man, oh man. What's up, G? Appreciate you tapping in. So how's everybody doing today? Let me get some ones in the chat if you are feeling amazing, right? It is June 1st, right? Tuesday, the start of a brand new week, right? How are you feeling? You are feeling amazing. Let me get some ones in the chat. Come on, y'all. Talk to me. Let me get some ones in the chat if you are feeling amazing. And if you are not feeling amazing, I still want to see a one in the chat. And the reason why is because you're surrounded by amazing people who are going to give you that energy for you to be amazing. Right? So come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. So wait a second. I thought you were already in here. So who was I talking to earlier? In a second. All right. So now I'm a little confused. How many Elises we got in the chat, y'all? Now I'm confused. So Rod, if you are still top 10, please tell me, and tell me. Let me know if your name is Lisa also, because for some reason I remember hearing that your name was Lisa, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. So please let me know. And if I'm wrong, just say I'm wrong. Okay? If you don't want your official name to be out there. All right? And again, I apologize because for some reason I just knew your name was Lisa. Okay? But again, if I'm wrong, just simply say I'm wrong. All right? And again, I apologize for that. All right, so what is coin doing now? All right, we just got a new candle. Right? I can almost guarantee you what is going to happen. It is going to consolidate. Right? Let's spread this out a little bit more. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About to hit our 7th candle between that price point. So it is going to consolidate, right, y'all? Let's look at what's happening on the 1 minute. It's probably consolidated on the 1 minute. Yep, right there. It's consolidated on the 1 minute. Right there. Consolidated, right? Let's go back to the 5 minute. We already see it forming. Right there. We already see it forming. Let's go out a little bit more. It's coming. It is coming. Let's go back to the 5. Spread it out. So that consolidation is just a matter of when. But it's coming, that's for sure. What's up, 3PC? Appreciate you tapping in. But yeah, it's good to see that everybody's feeling amazing, y'all. And like I said, if you're not feeling amazing, just soak up this energy and it will make you feel amazing. Right? This is why we're here. We're here to uplift and just take these gains, man. That's it. That's it. This is what we do. I want to see you smile. You ever been upset and you try to smile, right? It really changes the dynamic of why you're upset, right? But of course, you're not even thinking about smiling when you're upset, but nonetheless, try smiling the next time somebody pisses you off. It really changes your whole aura. Appreciate you tapping in, 3P. Always a pleasure locking in with you. Oh, man, oh, man. So right now, we just watching coin, right? Because based off of the data, right, I'm not telling you what I believe. I'm not telling you how I feel. I'm going to expressing to you what I see. So based off the data, it is going to consolidate, right? We're seeing it live unfolding right in front of our eyes, right? We're going to consolidate. It's just a matter of when. We already saw it taking place on the 1 minute, right? So now it's just a matter of time, right? The only way I foresee it not consolidating is if it breaks this 335.70 and then breaks through support at 335.17, right? Or if it breaks the bottom of resistance at 337.97. All right. What's up, Martin? Appreciate you tapping in. But if it breaks either or, right? Because right now it's bouncing in between those two price points. So now it's just a matter of when. Well, I already see it. It's coming. That next candle is going to solidify the consolidation. We're going to see another candle in about 2 minutes. I see that. I see it coming, y'all. It's like a crystal ball. We are going to go into consolidation, right? And when we see that yellow pop up, that you know what that's going to tell me? We are going to see that 337.97. So let's be patient and let's just watch it. All right. What's up, B? I appreciate you tapping in on YouTube. So off topic, do I have a preferred crypto storage wallet? Yeah, we definitely off topic with that one. But I use Oculus. I use Oculus. I think that's a pretty cool wallet. So Oculus is my choice of wallet for crypto B. Well, look at this, y'all. What I said, that 337.97 is coming. I just said it, y'all. And there we go. It's off to the races. There we go. So, TJ, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I hope you took your gains. I hope you took your gains. Are you out? All right, there we go. There we go. You deserve every single gain you just took out of this market from coin, brother. That's it right there. That's what I'm talking about. Because it's so much easier to just take your gains and just reposition, right? I don't understand why we like holding, especially if you're a day trader. What are you holding for? You're already surpassed your gains amount. And I'm speaking from a percentage perspective, of course, right? If you are up 100%, and I promise you, I'm not poking at you, TJ, but if you are up 100%, y'all, why do you need 150? Why do you need 200? Right? You just doubled your money. Right? Why do you need to triple it? And listen, and if the market gives you that 150, listen, I ain't mad. I ain't saying that you shouldn't take it because you saw it coming. Absolutely. Right? But me, my goal is my goal, and I don't care about anything else. Right? What I see is that if it hits my goal and surpasses it, you know what that is for me? That's a bonus. That is a bonus for me holding and being patient. Because you know what that tells me? It tells me, you know what? Well, thank you. I appreciate you've been patient this long. But you know what? Let me give you some extra for your troubles. Because I know your heart was going crazy when you saw it happening, right? And that's the important part, right? Man, I love that for you, TJ, man. You deserve every single percentage you took out of this market today. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, how could you not love this? Man, oh man. This is beautiful, y'all. Sorry, I had to pause, get a sip of water real quick. But listen, y'all, let me get some likes, man. Let me get some likes. Come on, y'all. I don't know how many people is on Instagram, and I really don't see how many people are on YouTube. But let me get some likes, right? Let me get some likes, y'all. Let me get some likes. Let me know that you're liking the information that I'm sharing with you. Right? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Right? Again, I go live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. And again, I apologize today for tapping in later than 11 a.m. I think I got on closer to 12. And again, thank you, Lisa, for the reminder. But we here. And that's all that matters. We show up. That's all that matters, is that we show up. Think about how many people that don't show up. Right? And I'm here. I am going to show up. Because if I show up, guess who I just beat out? Everybody that doesn't. I'm here to get this money, y'all. One thing you can't say about me. I'm going to show up for this money. Right? I got a family to feed. I got a generation to protect. Right? So I'm going to show up for this money. That is one thing you can never say about Neil. I am going to show up for this money. And why? Because I'm supposed to. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for. It's literally sitting there waiting for you to come and collect. So just go collect. Right? But you just got to know how to collect, right? That's the important part. Right? You got to know when to collect. Right? That's the important part. Okay? Woo! Man, that was beautiful, man. I am so super excited that I was able to share that momentum with you guys in regards to coin. Because, man, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I want to say this is probably the first time I was able to do that. And being able to share that moment with you guys really understands, shows a true testimony into why I keep having this conversation with you guys about why it's important to have that guidance, right? Because me personally, I consider myself a forever student. I am always learning. You have to keep learning, y'all. You have to. Constant expansion leads to elevation. Right? This is a fact. If you keep expanding your mind, you will elevate. I'm going to repeat that. If you keep expanding your mind, you will elevate. So you got to keep learning. It's without it should be second nature at this point. Right? Yes, I'm still tapping in with masterminds. I'm still going to different events. I will be at InvestFest, y'all. For sure, I will be at InvestFest, right? What's up, Miss Jessie? Appreciate you tapping in. And I hope to see some of y'all there. Right? I will be there. Why? Because I am a forever student. I need to keep learning. Because all this information that I can talk about today could be completely irrelevant tomorrow. All the information I talk about tomorrow could be completely irrelevant on Thursday, right? So I have to make sure that I'm learning and understanding what's coming so I can be prepared today for tomorrow. Because I'm sure many of you have heard me say this in the past. Yesterday's market is not today's market. Right? The market was up yesterday. What happened today? Everything is down. Right? Where's SPY at right now? SPY is down almost, just under, I don't know what you want to call it. It's 0.05%. Right? And if you heard me talk about SPY in the past, what's going to bring it out to play? Apple, Meta, and NVIDIA. And because Apple, Meta, and right now it's NVIDIA and Meta, they're definitely in the house playing, and they ain't coming out no time soon, which is why SPY is sitting where it's sitting. Now, what's keeping SPY alive is Apple. But if Apple Apple decides to drop, guess what's going to happen with SPY? If Apple decides to drop, guess where SPX is going, right? So this is the stuff you need to understand in order to play the way you need to play or the way you should be playing in this market, right? I know a lot of folks are playing in Palantir, right? Palantir is down just over 4%, right? Where's Bitcoin? Almost down 1%. AMD. Woohoo. Don't get me started on AMD again. Right? Circle. Can't believe Circle is still up. But man, I'm telling you, y'all. All right, y'all. Are there any tickets you guys want me to look at? Let me know. Because we're going to rock out for another 15 minutes. And I'm going to take advantage of the time while we have it. All right? So if there's any tickers, I'll look at a total of 3 tickers, the first 3 tickers. Right? So let me know. Remember, I'm live on IG and on YouTube. So I'm going to take 3 tickers. Right? All right, so Amazon, that's 1. Netflix had a nice drop today. You want me to look at Netflix too, TJ? All right, so we got our 3. So Amazon, Netflix, Tesla. All right, so those are the 3 I'm going to look at. Okay. But TJ, confirm if Netflix is what you want me to look at, because I'm not sure if you're just saying that for the sake of conversation, meaning you wanted to point out how it had a nice drop, but let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to look at Amazon. All right, cool. So Amazon, Netflix, and Tesla is what I'm going to look at today. And then we're going to tap out, all right? All right, so we're going to look at Amazon because we already past midday, right? We only got about another 2.5 hours, roughly, left on the market. So let's see, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, yeah, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes left until the market shuts down. So I'm going to look at it from a swing perspective, okay? All right, so right now we're looking at the daily, right? And as we can see, where it's sitting right now, it's only up 0.13%, right? So let's look at the volume, right? The average volume is at 40.56 million, and we're just below half of that. And again, let me express, when it comes to this volume, this is the amount of shares that are moving today, right? This has nothing to do with options unless you are exercising the options, okay? Because then now we're talking about 100 shares. So we're talking 100 share increments, okay? All right, so looking at Amazon on the daily, right? In order for it to come down and hit resistance, hit the top of support, it's going to have to fall below 217.85, and we have the top of support at 215.38. Right now, it would have to break around 220.87 for us to even think about hitting 223.27, which is right here at the bottom of support. Okay, but as we can see, the volume is there for buyers to take over. So right now, we're looking at a doji candle, right? But nonetheless, let's zoom out a little bit more, right? Let's see what's happening, right? Pretty much the same information, right? In order for it to hit up, it has to go above that 223.27, but first it has to break that 220.87, and if it wants to fall below 217.85, it needs to break that first, which is going to bring it down to 215.38, and if it breaks that, we got 211.40, okay? Now if it breaks this area right here, 223.27, my next level is going to be around, let's see, I'm going to put it around here, all right? So that's 225.47. But again, right now we can see the bears are in control, which is what we want to see, right? Sorry about that for you guys on IG, right? And let's go even further out. Let's see what's happening with the prices, the momentum there. right? So pretty much the same data, right? So again, in order for it to see that upside, right, we're going to have to break that 220.87, right? If we break that, and the buyers still keep piling in, we got 223.27. If we break that, we got 225.47. Okay. So right now, it can actually go either way. But just looking at the momentum, it looks like it does want to come down. Okay. So if you are in calls, just watch it, right? Because it's just really a matter of time, right? Let's see what's going on with the news. All right. Let's see. Amazon Prime Day. Okay. Will feature AI tools with products recommendations. Okay. Jeff Bezos sold 25 million Amazon shares for about 5.14 5.4 billion on his wedding day, representing under 3%. Wow, that's amazing. Jeez. Imagine, can you imagine? If you only sold 3% of your position, it equated to $5.4 billion. Gosh, man. So when is Prime Day? I'm not sure when Prime Day is, but if I remember correctly, it's sometime in July. If you know when Prime Day is, Lisa, just throw it in the chat for me. But like I said, bulls are in control on Amazon, so it's just really a matter of just being patient, having patience at this point. Okay. All right. So it is this month. Okay. So it's the 5th through the 8th. Okay, cool. Well, thank you, TJ. I appreciate that. So it's to the 11th. So it starts the 5th and it ends the 11th. All right. So we already know what's going to happen with Prime Day, right? Everybody's going to be piling in to take advantage of those prices for Prime Day, or Prime Week, rather. What's up, Vav? Appreciate you tapping in. So everybody's going to be tapping in to take on that information, right? So what's that's going to do with the shares? This is like financial advice, but the opportunity is there for it to go up, right? So this doesn't mean you position yourself, you take this information and you position yourself. So you're going to have to do your own analysis, right? Because again, what I see versus what you see may be something completely different. And who knows, right? Tomorrow, some horrible news could come out about Amazon and it tanks, right? So you never really know, right? So you gotta be careful, all right? All right. All right, so next let's look at Netflix, okay? Woo, man. DJ, I hope you with some Netflix puts, brother. I was, woo, man. I haven't looked at Netflix in a while. God, I think the last time I actually looked at Netflix, they were in the 900s. Man, jeez. The last time I made money on Netflix, it was in the 500s. Man, oh man, y'all. And this is what I keep talking about, y'all. What's up, Fano? Appreciate you tapping in. This is why it's important to pay attention to what's happening around you in regards to these companies that you are invested in, right? How many of us have a Netflix account? I'm sure the majority of us on this live do, right? So if you believe in Netflix and you are tapped into Netflix like your average streamer, right? This would have been an amazing opportunity to not only make gains, but guess what would have been paying for that subscription? The gains you got from the market from Netflix, right? It's a no-brainer, right? It's an absolute no-brainer, okay? But looking at Netflix coming to the downside, right? It's sitting right above that 10-day EMA, right? Here we are right here at 12.97. If it falls below 12.82, and we're looking at this from a swing perspective, if it falls below 12.82, then we have the top of support at 12.67, right? Guess where we're going, right? But if buyers come back in, so if the bulls come in and take over, right? First, we are going to have to go above 1340 in order to hit the bottom of some resistance at 1354. All right. Now let's zoom out a little bit more. All right, literally to the T. right? To the T. Between those two price points, between 1340.85 and 1282.34, right? Don't be surprised if it consolidates in that area, okay? Do not be surprised. But if, like I said, if it falls between that 1282, then it's going to 1267. And this isn't something that's going to happen right away. It's just something that's going to happen over time. And let's look at the weekly. Boom, still sitting right there in the same segments, the time segments, not time segments, but price points, right? 1340, 1282, literally from the weekly to the 3-day to the daily, literally. How beautiful is that, right? So now it's up to you to make a decision on which position or where you see this going, right? Beautiful, 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 right? But if it falls below that 10 EMA, it's going to hit that 1267, y'all, right? And this isn't financial advice, okay? This is just what I see, okay? So I help, that perspective helps Lisa in regards to Amazon and TJ in regards to Netflix, okay? Let's see what's happening on the hour on Netflix. All right, we got some nice upward momentum, that's for sure. Right, because it rejected at that 1282, almost. Oh, I mean, not almost. It rejected in that area, okay? So it came back up. But guess who's still in charge, right? The Bears. So it's just a matter of time. Let's look at the volume, right? Folks are going in on the shares, right? So at the end of the day, we may actually see that volume push it back up, right? So average is 2.76. Right now we at 3.12, okay? All right, so next we are going to look at, I'm not sure how to pronounce this name, but I'm just going to say Linda. All right, appreciate you tapping in, Linda. All right, so next we're going to look at Tesla. All right, me personally, I'm actually in a Tesla put. All right, this is I'm testing out my not leaping, but swinging abilities because I've been day trading for so long. I really want to start positioning myself for longer positions to make even greater gains, right? Because I can literally sit here and watch the chart for 5, 15, 20 minutes and take an easy, 40, 50, 60%. But I want to start getting those hundreds, right? Can you imagine looking at your brokerage and you just took 300%, 400%, 500% on a ticker? I want to start seeing that, right? So that's what I am training myself to do right now. And so right now I am holding a Tesla put. And let's take a peek and see what's going on with that Tesla put right now. I've been in this Tesla put for quite some time, actually. Okay, so let's see what's going on with it. It's actually down 33%, right? Based off of what happened today, it actually gave me an additional 28%, right? So again, either way, I'm actually in this until August, okay? So which is why I'm holding this, right? Because again, I'm testing my swinging abilities because I am officially a day trader, right? let's see for a second. Sorry about that. Step away real quick. All right, yo. So yeah. So as I was saying, so right now I'm down actually 33% on my Tesla put. I actually have it out to August 15th. Okay. All right. So now let's break Tesla down. So right now we're down almost 5%. Right. In order for Tesla to move to the upside, it's gonna have to break that 306. It's 306.06. Right. So 306.06. Right, and we got the bottom of resistance at 314.81. Now, in order for it to fall, I needed to go below 293.39. Right, and as you can see, I already have some levels set based on the analysis I did when I first got into this Tesla position. Okay, so if it breaks that 293.39, my next level is 291.90, and then 290.82. Going down to 283.26, then 281.56, and my take profit is around 274.30, right? And I know this seems far-fetched, right? And this is why I bought time, right? I got it all the way out to the middle of August, right? So if something happens that is going to impact Tesla from a negative perspective, guess what? I'm already positioned for it to come down, right? So let's see what's happening in the news, right? Let's see, June 5th, Tesla stock drop, losing about 150 billion, blah, 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 blah. Tesla set to deliver about 355K vehicles in Q2, 20% lower. All right, benchmark, Tesla raised, so we got a price target raised, okay, 475, wow. So let's see why Tesla shares are trading lower today. Let's see what's going on. Shares of electric Tesla Pioneer fell 5.5% in the afternoon session after the company faced mounting concerns over its upcoming second quarter delivery report and the potential impact of political tensions. Investors hit the brakes on Tesla ahead of its Q2 delivery numbers, with Wall Street analysts growing increasingly pessimistic. All right, and oh man, this is what I love to see, especially because I'm in a put, right? And another thing, so I know that they have rolled out the robo-taxis in Texas, right? And because they rolled out the robo-taxis in Texas, I have been keeping up with that. And the last information that I saw was that they are not obeying traffic laws. So that is a negative impact. Right now, I'm not sure if they made any corrections to it since I last read that information. But either way, we can already see, we see what's happening with Tesla, right? Tesla has been coming down since May 30th, right? That was Friday. No, I'm bugging. That was that was Friday. Man, oh man, I'm like lost in time right now. But it's been coming down since roughly between May 30th and June 2nd. Tesla has been on a decline, right? So we did get some upward momentum, which brought us back up to 357 and some change. But guess where we're going now? We're going right back down, which is what I want, because as I said, I'm positioned in a put. Okay. You're welcome, Lisa. You're welcome for sure. All right. So again, doing my analysis on Tesla, right? I already spoke about it to the downside. Now to the upside, it would have to break 306.06 in order for it to hit that bottom of resistance at 314.81. All right. And let's look at the 3-day to see what's happening. Right. All right. So on the 3-day, it's actually consolidated. Right. It would have to break that 330.51 in order to hit that bottom of support. I'm sorry, resistance at 346.39. But in order order to break out of consolidation, it has to hit at or around 357.83, right? 357.83 to the upside, right? But as we can see, it's consolidated, right? And it's consolidated coming down, right? But it has a lot of levels it needs to break in order for it to officially be out of consolidation to the downside. And when it breaks out to the downside, it is at or around 274.30, which is what? Which is my take profit area, right? As you can see, I have other levels set, but I really don't anticipate it dropping that far unless Elon and the current administration start going at it again, right? Now let's look at it on the weekly, okay? Literally the same information, all right? To the upside, you gotta come at or above 330.51 to hit that bottom of resistance 346. If it breaks it, we got 357.83, okay? All right, so I hope that helps. SEC, I believe that's who I was looking at. Yeah, so SEC. So I hope that that helps. All right. Like I said, I'm positioned in a put, and as we can see, right now it's still coming down. All right. So let me see where the percentage is at now. Okay. All right. We're still looking good. All right. I said that was at what? I think I said 33%. Or did I say 30%? I honestly can't remember. But right now I'm sitting at 31%. Did I say 28? Gosh, I can't even remember. But either way, because I'm in a swing, I really don't pay attention to the numbers, right? Because my plan is to hold it. So either way, and that's what we have to understand when we start looking at these swings and these leaps, right? If you want to take a peek and see where it's at, that's fine. But don't sit there and drive yourself nuts because one day it's up and one day it's down, right? You got to stick to your guns. If your strategy is to hold it, just understand that your strategy is to hold it, right? Don't drive yourself crazy about looking at that information every single day. You are going to drive yourself nuts, okay? What's up, LX2? Appreciate you tapping in. What's up, Brandon? Appreciate you tapping in. All right. What do you think about HIMS? A call for 55 expiring December 2025. All right, let's look at that. All right, this is gonna be the last one I look at, y'all. Then we're gonna tap out. All right, because I don't want to keep you guys. I already got in late. What's up, Ross? Appreciate you tapping in. And you guys already know how I feel about taking an individual's time. I like to be respectful of everyone's time. All right, looking at HIMS. Let's see. You said you're in a $55 call. Are you in a $55 call, or you just want me to look at the actual call? Let me know, Vav. December. Oh, look at it. Okay. All right. So looking at it, and the IV is relatively high. That's number one. And the let's see. Now the delta's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. That is actually not bad at all. What's up, NMJ? Appreciate you tapping in. I'm not in yet. I'm thinking of it. I feel like it's going to come down. Well, let's look at it on the chart. Because it's already down just over 3% today. What's causing it to come down today? Let's see. So Novo Nordisk ended their partnership back on June 23rd. Levi, these guys are always investigating somebody. Always investigating somebody. If it's not these guys, it's these guys, right? There's always some type of investment fraud that these guys are attached to when it comes to these companies, man. I don't know. Sometimes I think this is a plan just to get the price to drop, right? But who knows? It could be something real, or it could be something that again just helps push the price down for those institutions, those hedge funds to position themselves for that run up, you know. But who am I? I just look at the data, right? Again, this is not financial advice, but either way, as we can see, the fact that Novo, and I believe the ticker is NVO, the fact that they parted ways has had, and it was said June 23rd. Oh, here we go. It took place around that time, right? So June 20th is when we started to see some downside happening with HIMS, right? We can see that right here. So it did come up a little bit, but nonetheless, it's still down today, just over 3%, right? When did they have earnings? They have earnings in 41 days, which is August 11th, right? So the volume, 46.8 million versus what's happening today at 23.84. Excuse me. And it's amazing how when these companies like really, and I'm gonna use CoreWeave, and I was talking to a really good friend of mine about this earlier, about how when these companies attach themselves to another company and it causes that company's price action to move up, but then as soon as they part ways, it just drops, right? And you gotta make sure, and this is why it's important to make sure you understand what's happening outside so you can make those informed decisions inside. Because just think, for example, if you would have saw what was happening with HIMS on June 20th based on that news, you already knew what was going to happen, right? You knew that price was going to come down, right? And you could have positioned yourself for that, right? But going back to CoreWeave was tied themselves to Applied Digital, ticker APLD, right? And then days later, right, they took advantage of that stock run up, and what happened? They jumped out, right? They took their gains, right? They were literally playing the field like a true investor. What's up, Fanatic? Appreciate you tapping in, right? All right, so getting back to HIMS, right? So looking at it on the daily, to the upside, it is going to have to break around break up to the upside around 50.98, where we got the bottom of resistance at 53.55. But if it falls below 47.07, guess where we're going? And around this area right here at 45.98. Now if it breaks that, we got the the top of support at 44.37, right? Let's look at that on the 3-day, right? Levels are almost identical, but it was going to have to break to the upside at 51.99 in order to hit that 53.55, right? Let's look at it on the weekly, right? To the T, right? Look at that. To the T. See how those levels line up? To the T, y'all. So again, if it comes down 47.07 and it breaks it, it is going to hit 45.98. If it breaks above 50.98, it is going next to 51.99 and then 53.55. Right? What's up, Gino? What's up, Marco? Right? That's where we are going with this, y'all. All right. So VAV. Let me look back at the play. Hold on for a second. All right. right. So to answer your question, so there are some things I do like about this position, but then of course there are some things that I do not like about it, right? Number one, what I do not like about it is the cost of the contract, right? That is the cost of that contract is way too high for me, right? So you're looking at coming out of pocket just over $1,200 just for one contract, right? Think about how many contracts you can buy for $1,200, right? Me personally, whenever I position myself in a play, I like to get at minimum 2 contracts, right? So if it does decide to run in my favor, I can at minimum take my initial investment, and then that last one is running to collect everything else that comes after, right? So now, would I position myself to spend over? We're looking at almost 2,500 just for 2 contracts. Probably not. Me personally, I wouldn't be looking to do that. So I would definitely go further out, at least for the sake of, because I will be buying time, right? We're talking 6 months, right? 6 months. And me, I like to get that momentum run up, right? That's what I like to do, right? So, because think about this for a second. So if you look at that $95 call, right? It's a heck of a lot cheaper. That's number one, right? And I can get 3 for the price of 1, maybe even 4, depending on if it still continues to come down. Because just based off of today, it's already that the price of that contract is already down almost 6%, right? So what we got to understand, if we're looking to position ourselves for calls and the price is dropping, so will the price of that contract. If we are looking to position ourselves for puts, right, and then the price of the price is going up, then the price of the contracts are going to come down, right? Because the seller of those contracts, they're going to be looking to make money, and if they keep their price at their original price when the stock is moving, they're not really going to make any money. Nobody's going to be looking to take advantage of their contracts, right? Because we've got to understand, if you did not know, there is someone on the other end of that contract, right? So when you are buying a contract, there's someone physically selling it to you, right? So I don't want you guys to think that it's an algorithm or a machine selling you something, right? It is a physical person on the other end of that contract, okay? Very, very important information, all right? Excuse me. So me personally, I do not like that $50. I'm sorry, that $55. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a second. Let me look at the. Because I think I was actually reading the wrong one. Hold on a second. I think you said 55. I'm sorry. I was talking from the $50 perspective. So going to the 55, that price is going for $10.80. Right? Still too expensive for me. Right? And again, it's just my personal preference. Right? I don't like to pay a ton of money unless I know, based on the data, that it is going to move significantly in my favor. All right, and even that position is down almost 8%. Right, so the price of that contract has dropped almost 8%. Right, and then looking even further, the IV is up there as well. Right, I like to get into positions where the IV is definitely a lot lower. Right. And even the delta on that one is not bad either. Okay, why? Because you got time, right? And that's what you want, ultimately, right? So me personally, I would wait until I see where HIMS is going to end up, especially with the fact that NVO just tapped out of them, and then we got all these potential lawsuits in regards to securities fraud taking place, right? But again, remember, today's market is not, yesterday's market is not today's market. So all the information we could be talking about today could be relevant tomorrow, right? So it's just one of those things you just really got to watch. And if that $55 call works for you, then by all means, just go with what the data is telling you, right? But again, based off of the analysis that I just did, it would have to break those specific levels. So 50.98 to the upside, and then 51.99. And if it breaks that, we got 53.55. But to the downside, we got 47.07. Then right there at the 20 EMA, we got 45.98, and below that we have 44.37. Right. What else was I going to say? I should just slip my mind that quick. We're looking at the volume. It is almost half of the average, right? Just above half, just below half, right? And it looks like this is one of those tickers that it doesn't always move in dollars, right? It seems like the reason why it's moving in dollars today is because overall, we already see what's happening with the news, and we already see what's happening, the fact that NVO parted ways with them, right? Because this is in the, you also got to understand what's happening in the specific sector as well, right? So look at the sector, I would look at the sector overall, right? If the sector overall is tanking, then that in itself can be a sign, okay? So there's a lot of things you really got to consider when you, especially if you are swinging, right? There's a lot of things you got to consider, okay? So me personally, I would wait until it starts to get more positive news to want more people to get in to push the price up, okay? But again, that's just my perspective, all right? Woo! Man, oh man. We cooked today, y'all. We cooked today, right? And I'm going to say it again, y'all. I am really contemplating doing another boot camp, right? And if you are interested, please DM me the word next, right? Because I will only be doing this boot camp again if the demand is there, right? I am not going to waste my time to go through the process of setting this up if the people don't want it, right? I have a lot of information to share with each and every single one of you guys to help position you to make money in this game, right? My ultimate goal is for you to obtain market independence, right? That is my single goal. It's all about impact for me, right? But you got to let me know that you want it, right? If I don't know you want it, then I'm not going to take the time to set this up because it is time consuming. That is for a fact, right? It took me almost 3 months to put this boot camp together, right? Because I want to make sure that the data that I'm sharing with you is irrelevant. I'm sorry, not irrelevant. My apologies for that. That it's relevant, right? So again, if the demand is there, I will be doing a boot camp, a second boot camp, all right? But you got to let me know that you want it, all right? So if this is something you see yourself taking a part in, just simply DM me the word next, all right? I already have a few individuals that have reached out to me that are interested. So it looks like I am leaning in the direction of doing a second one. Now it's just a matter of putting a date together and just letting everybody know when I'm going to do it, right? But again, if you are banging your head against the wall day to day in regards to how to take gains out of this market, you got to tap in, right? You got to put your pride aside, right? You have to put your pride aside, all right? So, with that said, everybody, I appreciate you for tapping in. And again, today we looked over Amazon, Netflix, Tesla, as well as HIMS, all right? I will be posting it so you can go back and look at the replay, okay? But again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tapping in. And remember to protect your capital, because if you don't protect your capital, what are you going to trade with tomorrow? All right? I want each and every one of you guys to have an amazing day. And again, if you are interested in bootcamp number 2, please DM me the word next. Okay? And I will tap in with you guys on Tuesday. And until then, you guys be safe. Continue to stay amazing. And again, protect your capital. I will see you guys on Tuesday. at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? Take care, guys.